Welcome to the Greenery.
Next plant we're going to introduce to you is called Lantana. Very underused in the Okanagan, and it shouldn't be. Excellent for full sun, attracts butterflies, and comes in some unique colors. What's really unique about them actually is the way the flowers have different colored individual flowers in the whole head. So here you've got yellow, orange, and pink making up one cluster, and it kind of sort of blends into each other, making a unique look. That there is called Lucky Rose Sunrise, and this one here is Lucky Lemon Glow, so a nice lemon variety. This next large plant here is called Bougainvillea. If you've ever been to California, you've seen them in large hedges or vining trailing plants clinging onto walls. Well, here we found a variety that finally performs very well in our limited season here in the Okanagan compared to down south in California, that is. This here is called Elizabeth Angus, and we'll be selling a little bit more of this finally. It's taken us a couple years to figure it out, but we'll have smaller, 4-inch type pots and hanging baskets as well, allowing people to buy them more as a bedding plant, making up their own baskets or mixed planters. The flower actually is made up of 3 leaves that have simply turned color, so a very papery type form to it. Lasts for forever and ever, so it makes them so popular. Great in the full sun. These next 3 baskets in front of me, right here, these are types of trailing begonias, fairly new on the market. Unique about them, they can take a lot of direct sun. We've had them facing northwest to west, and even started to experiment a little bit on south-facing areas, and they do extremely well. This one here is called Million Kisses Devotion, and so long, narrow leaves. These are propagated begonias, so not done from seed, cuttings that are taken to grow these. And you can see the size here is a beautiful shape, growth habit to it, lots of color. So Million Kisses Devotion. This is Bonbon, Sherbet, and cherry mixed together. So we planted 2 different varieties together. So something a little more compact for people with a smaller location. These would work well, the Bonbon series, for a nice smaller basket. And down on the ground there, that there is called Encanto. So a little more of an orange color to it in relation to the Devotion. You begonia lovers that have an area with a little bit more sun, these will do excellent there. The next 2 types of plants we're going to talk about are both, again, sun lovers. There's these 2 here. These are types of Coreopsis, annual Coreopsis. Typically people know Coreopsis is a perennial. Well, these are a type we sell in the basket stuffer. They're about a zone 6 to 7 roughly, so we just treat them as an annual. This variety up here is called Pumpkin Pie. And this one over here is called Fruit Punch. And talk about a plant that blooms from start to finish. Unbelievable. We haven't done any deadheading or anything, so you could tidy it up a bit throughout the season. We haven't done anything to any of these stock pots, by the way. They've just been let go the whole season. We simply just trial them visually. We don't do any cleaning up on them. So just unbelievable for bloom power, and very good mildew resistance as well. Typically Coreopsis are known to get powdery mildew sometimes. And right in front of me here, these are called Bracteantha, which is just a fancy name for straw flower. These are more of a mounding or semi-trailing type of straw flower. Typically straw flower, the old traditional varieties done from seed, are upright, dwarf, and tall varieties that are just cottage garden type plants. Well, these can be used in your mixed planters, window boxes, etc., because they have that nice mounding or trailing habit, and just a great plant from start to finish with bloom habit. Some of these flowers have been open all summer. You can see now they're just starting to go to seed a little bit. You can obviously do some deadheading and make it look a little bit tidier, but the name straw flower has come because you can hear that crunchiness. The flower is like straw. It's very dry, and that's why they do last for such a long time. This is Mohave Dark Red and Mohave White. Just a couple selections we wanted to show you. Okay, next here we have two types of Diascia, and in the center we have a type of Sanvitalia. This here is called Sunvy Super Gold, a little more compact variety. Beautiful, bright little yellow daisies, and great for full sun. Diascia can be put in half-day sun, half-day shade. That's a location we had it basically up front in the parking lot. A couple varieties we selected. They do come in many different types of coral shades, even a white, and one that's sort of a bluey color as well. But these lighter pink and apple blossom ones look the best at this time. So this is Genta Giant Pink and Darla Apple Blossom. Just beautiful, like snapdragon-like little flowers. Next group of plants here, these are trailing verbena. Unbelievable. Look at the color on these middle of September. Just phenomenal. And we usually hover around 40 different varieties of trailing verbena, so if you haven't tried them yet, give them a go. They're just unbelievable. Full sun again. Some varieties are more vigorous than others. There's a couple we've chosen that we use in our mixed sun baskets that are very vigorous. There are others that are a little more compact, but they all love the full sun. They all have that sort of naturally branching, trailing habit. Again, we haven't done anything to these, no deadheading or anything like that. And look at them, just unbelievable. Really nice. This one here is called Fuego Red and White. This is Vivid Rose. Over here we've got Empress Burgundy Charm, and over there Lanai Purple Star. So these are just 4 selections that we've chosen that looked really nice, a little bit of contrast between them. And but like I said, there's others that are just looking just as nice as these. Typically verbena can get powdery mildew, but again, that's another reason we do these trials, not just for flower power, but for disease resistance, especially for powdery mildew. That is an issue here in the Okanagan, and we've really managed to select good varieties. Next couple plants we want to talk to you about here, the one on my left, this is called Scaevola. Variety is called Blue Wind. Solid blue fan-like flowers the whole season. Full sun, excellent for the Okanagan. Can't go wrong with that. And here to my right, these are miniature Martha Washingtons or miniature Pelargonians. This is the Angel series. This here is called Angel Eye Burgundy. There are other colors in the series, but again, look at the amount of color on these little geranium-like flowers. Just excellent. Again, this is being in the full sun for the whole summer. This next cool plant we want to talk about is Celosia intens. This is brand new this season. There are going to be a couple more colors coming out in the series, hopefully next season. This is again a full sun type of plant. It's a type of Celosia done from propagation, from cuttings. So very rigid form to it. Very unique flower habit. Lots of little bottle brush type stamens that come up. Very long lasting. These have been out the whole season. Just a very cool new plant that's come out. And one more unique little thing we found when bringing this out is this little guy here, which is a type of praying mantis. Not everyone realizes we do have praying mantis in the Okanagan. They are a beneficial insect, so you do want them around in the garden. They do take care of some of the pests that we don't want. And this guy is just hanging out here.